Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to another video, and I tell you what a win, George!
I need to take a minute, I think, to just let it sink in a bit, but honestly, that is the biggest game of the season. I don't even mean in Coventry City season, I think in the Championship on a whole, because that has pretty much not guaranteed our safety, but it's put us in a much better position. We've gained 3 points, we've gained 3 places, and there's like 3 more teams now in there.
Absolutely. The way I summed the game up before we went into it was it's a bit like a League One playoff final where the winner's surely going up to the Championship, but we don't know yet, because I know we've won, but we're not quite safe just yet. But we feel so much better after that, and we're so much closer.
It's a massive step. It's a huge step. It was the game that was earmarked even about a month ago, but it got postponed originally, but it's going to be a massive game.
Well, that's why it's on Sky, isn't it? Because
exactly,
it's such a big game.
Exactly. And well, you were just mentioning before we came on air for this video how well the stream did, because a lot of people who weren't Coventry Rotherham fans but might have been Derby, Huddersfield.
Yeah, vested interest in it, didn't they?
Yeah, they would have been interested to see what happened and see our reactions, because it affects them so highly. I mean, that's about 7 teams that game affects.
Yeah.
You've got the bottom 3 and 4 teams above it.
It's carnage.
It's
down
huge. That result is massive.
It is
you make no
absolute
bones
carnage.
about it.
Yeah, and I think Robin said in his preview to this that he needs his players to turn up and they need to be there for the fight, and they were, weren't they?
Yeah. I think right from the off we was pretty much all over them. I think in the stats, I don't think Rotherham even had a shot on target. I think they had 4 in total shots. Coventry had about 12 shots and then 4 on target. We looked like the team that was going to score, but we just couldn't really hit the target. And it's pretty funny because they had to come down to a defender to score our only goal of the game.
Yeah, but he's forced 3 goals, Leo Westergaard has this season. He forced the own goal off Michael Smith in the reverse fixture. He scored the other week against Bristol, and he scored today. He's prolific up top.
He is. And by the way, I mean, just such a big win, because what it's done for the table is absolute. It's just mental. We'll come to that in a second, but I'm almost lost for words. Sorry, take it off me.
You cannot describe the feeling when that goal went in. I don't know if any of you guys watched the stream, but we went absolutely wild.
It cannot be understated how big that header from that big Norwegian geezer was. We loved him already, but after that could well be the goal that keeps us up in this division.
And he got man of the match.
He got man of the match, well deserved. I think, to be fair, to a man, everyone was pretty good today. I said on the stream just towards the end that you look at the chances non-balance, you look at the ones individually, out of context of the rest of the game, between Cov and Rotherham, chances that each team had, the ones that you'd think would have gone in on the more regular basis would have been Cov's. And so it proved at the end. I just can't believe he didn't win by more goals.
We did miss quite a few sitters.
Godden missed an absolute peach of an effort.
Well, I mean, the way we started this game was a bit like how we started when we played them at home. We could have been 2-0 up after 10 minutes. We were flying at them.
I missed that 10 minutes. I was on the reaction video and I turned off after playing football.
Towards the end of the second half, I think Rotherham started to find their feet again.
I think it was towards the end of the first half, actually. Sorry,
is that why I didn't say that?
Towards the end of the first half, I would say they started getting onto this let's just chop them down as much as we can business, and we didn't really know what to do with it until about 10 minutes into the second half, and we started playing fire with fire. So that's when we started to get back into it.
Well, yeah,
Please resume.
Both teams hit the woodwork, and I do feel like Coventry did have the better chances. I've got to say credit to the Rotherham goalkeeper. I know Ostergaard got man of the match, which is brilliant. You know, he was on the winning team, but if it was to be anyone else, it'd have to be the Rotherham goalkeeper. Credit's got to go to him.
He kept them in
he
the
was
game,
fantastic.
If we didn't score in that game, Johansson was man of the match.
And he nearly kept it at 0-0. Like you said, we had to rely on the centre-back to get the goal for us, Ostergaard, with the header, and then we defended like lions to get those 3 points over the line. And this is how big it is. If we go to that live table, because it is massive. This is the Championship table now after the game. And remember, it was 21st versus 22nd coming into it. We're now 18th. That's massive. We've jumped 3 places. Birmingham, Huddersfield and Derby have all slipped below us. And look at that, 6 points above Rotherham. I know they've still got 2 games in hand, but they've got to win both of them, haven't they?
And even if they do win both of them, 3 teams are below us. So one of them will drop in at the minute. It's Derby.
Absolutely. And I think this result as well really if you're a Sheffield Wednesday or Wycombe fan, just kind of pushes them a little bit further away now, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think Sheffield Wednesday and Wycombe, I think they're down. They're not going to make up 8 points on any of them teams now.
Not in 5 games.
No.
But we've been nice to Rotherham. We said at the end of the stream that I think Rotherham, despite losing today, they can still stay up, can't
Definitely, yeah. I mean, it's literally going to take one win from any of them teams, and the whole bottom, the 4 teams that are in it's going to change completely, isn't
Absolutely.
it?
I said after the Huddersfield-Norwich game that I think that result could have killed Huddersfield, and I'm standing by that because they are struggling right now, and Rotherham look like they should have enough if they can start putting the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, well, remember, Rotherham did win on Tuesday, so, losing today, it does feel like a big defeat to them, but it's still not the end of the world. They've still got those games in hand, and like I say, if you're a Rotherham fan, maybe target the teams like Huddersfield, Derby, because they're down there and they're catchable, I suppose. Like you say, Huddersfield low on confidence at the moment. I mean, Coventry, I'm not saying we're safe yet, but Birmingham, they're not safe yet. But I think with Coventry and Birmingham, we're just starting to turn the form a little bit. Nearly there.
How many points would you say Rotherham need to stay up now?
I think we've discussed before on streams and videos.
They're on 39.
48 keeps you up. I think it does.
Realistically.
And by the way, Rotherham, another plus for them is their goal difference. That's a good goal difference for a team down there.
To be honest, I think it'll be lower than 48 this season purely because of Wednesday's point deduction and just how, I don't mean to be harsh to Wycombe, but poor they've been in this league. Yeah. So it really, you're
it's not between
one position.
Yeah, but it's not really between these two anymore anyway. I mean, with 7 games for Rotherham,
they could
you'd
get
imagine
3. They could get 3
I can
wins.
see them.
It'd be tough to get
at
3
least
wins.
2.
I think it was a 16-17 season. 44 points kept you up, and Rotherham got relegated from the Championship then.
It has varied over the years, but obviously last year was one of the highest. You needed 50 points to survive. I don't think you need that many this season, but who knows? A good run from Rotherham, and it could get interesting. What we'll look at next is the upcoming week, upcoming weekend, should I say? Because this chaotic week is not over just yet. There's some big games on the Saturday and the Friday.
Massive.
But the Sunday,
Birmingham and Rotherham.
Birmingham on the Sunday. That's chaos. And Coventry play Barnsley, who are obviously still trying to wrap up the top 6. That Sunday is going to be chaos.
Yeah, definitely. I think going into the Coventry Barnsley game, I think both teams would probably be pretty content with a draw. I would say Barnsley going away from home, Coventry at home, but again against a good Barnsley side, I think we'd be content with a draw.
Yeah,
I think they would as well.
Just keep them at bay as long as you can. I think would be the tactic in that one.
Absolutely. Well, it's we're getting there, aren't we? This long season is sneaking towards the final stretch. Not long to go now, but today's win makes us feel like we're nearly there. What do you reckon? One more win?
Yeah, I reckon so.
One more win?
One more win does it. 3 points regardless.
Yeah. Hopefully a win and a draw.
To be honest, I can see that. I can also see 46 points keeping us up. I can see 45 keeping us up, depending on how the game goes.
To
the
be
weekend.
fair, like you say, I mean, one of those teams down there could completely collapse. If Huddersfield are low on confidence, they might not win anymore. So
they've not picked up a point in the last sort of 2 weeks, I think.
They drew 0-0 with Rotherham, but they haven't won in a while. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be carnage. That's why we love the Championship. But it's a massive result for Coventry City. Make sure to look out for the Championship predictions for the weekend coming up. But from us, thank you, lads. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.
See you guys.
Pleasure.